Well, figured I'd get on her. Let the whole world get on there and talk about their conspiracy theories and all about this, that, and the other thing. Yeah, I didn't watch much of the Trump RNC thing. I didn't watch much of that. I just saw a few clips, like when he's walking down, Secret Service following him around now. Now they're actually going to probably do their job. But one thing I did notice is his eyes. His eyes look sad to me. I mean, here's a tough guy. He showed the world he's tough. And he won't back down. He's a man's man. And a guy like him, he understands the legal system, and then he understands, coming at him and things like that. He understands the underhanded, tricky, manipulated bullshit. He gets it, He's not a someone that's naive. In the back of his mind, he always had, someone could possibly try to assassinate him. He knew that, and he knows that. But then when somebody actually tries and does it, it's hard for someone like him that cares, truly honestly cares, to come to terms with, man, why the hell would somebody, I'm trying to do my best here. I'm trying to prevail against a bunch of evil, no good, wicked son of a bitches. That'll stop it at nothing. And literally now he knows nothing. Just stop him. And he's saddened by that. You can see it in his eyes. He's sad. We just got to pray that God gives him the strength and sees him through and keeps him safe. And his family. There's no reason for this. No reason for any of that. Anyhow, darn corn, man, it's really pollinating, I'll tell you that, man. It's tasseling good. Allergies are out there. They're at full force, I think, right now. So we'll try to get through this without coughing my full head off or sneezing it off. So what I was going to say is this. With the way the economy's headed, it's bad, okay? Now, who knows what's going to happen between now and then with the election? They pretty much figured they're screwed. The Democrats. There's just no way Biden's getting in. Kamala, she's not smart enough. And this Michelle Obama stuff is just bullshit. It's a lie. And they really got no one that will be able to step in and even have a chance. And there's nobody that wants to step in and even try because they're like, man, it's just like it's going to be a landslide. They know it. So really all they got to do now is continue with their war, and hopefully it spreads here to your soil, right here, to cause havoc before the election, and or a banking crisis, financial crisis, to cause havoc again here. Because they've already lost, and they know it. All they have left to do is try to destroy what they can, and hand it to Trump and go, here you go, ha ha, fix it now, boy. Well, Trump's smarter than they are. And I honestly think when Trump gets into office, you're going to see him from day one. I mean, the minute he's going to have deals made before he's sworn in. The minute he's sworn in, they're going into effect. And he's going to do what he did the first time around. He's going to take energy and he's going to lower energy prices. You're not going to be paying what you're paying at the pump right now. Electric, same thing. I mean, all through the whole gambit, he's going to take care of that. He's going to make us so we've got more energy and we know what to do with, and we're going to sell it to the rest of the world because they're going to need it. I mean, look what this war in Ukraine's done. They destroy pipelines, natural and oil and everything else, pipelines from Russia and this and that. Europe needs it. We'll sell it to them. We're going to, Trump will make some pretty good deals. And that's a strong incentive for these people to listen and straighten up over there. And he's going to stop the money. It's just not going to flow in over there. He's going to stop it, and the money's going to go the opposite way. It's going to come flowing back because they're going to have to buy energy. So that's part of the equation. The other part of the equation is he's going to put some people in places, key places, and you're going to see a great reduction in government workers. He's going to close up agencies. He's going to get rid of regulation. He's going to do a lot of stuff. And it's all positive. So he's going to save you a lot of money. Because you're not going to be paying it to a bunch of bureaucrats and so on and so forth in the government. Don't need it. And you're not going to be sending money over there to foreign countries. They're going to be sending money into us. And then, I think he's going to revalue gold. That's going to kick the can further down the road. He's going to gold, I don't know, let's say 2, 3, right now, let's say it's 2,500. I haven't looked. But let's say it goes to 3 or 4,000 before he gets elected. Let's say we start having a bad time of it, and gold goes to 5,000 an ounce. Hey, fine, great. He's going to get somebody in there in the treasury. He's going to say, listen, I want you to take gold to 20,000 an ounce. I want you to take it to 30,000 an ounce, because I want our gold reserve to be able to cover, or at least come in and help cover the debt to lower your inflation. And that's going to buy him some time. Then I think he's going to dump a lot of money into the infrastructure of this, not just this country here, but Canada and Mexico also. He's going to finish what he started there. I think what he's going to do is going to go into Mexico and that and say, listen, we're going to build you up down here. China, screw 'em. We're going to build you up down here. We're going to pay you good wages down here. And all of a sudden, the Mexicans and the illegals and stuff that are up here, they're going to want to go home. They want to go back home. Why? Well, damn. I mean, they'd rather go home and work than some strange place like this that they're really not welcome because they're illegals and facing deportation anyways and whatever else. They'd rather go home and work down there for 20, 25, 30 bucks an hour. You're going to lift them up out of poverty. And Canada's going to benefit from it also. Going to be a lot of deals made with Canada, especially if they got a lot of resources also. It's going to lift Canada out of its funk with this imbecile like Trudeau. I know some Canadians. I mean, I'll tell you what, good people. It's like Canada. We ought to just take the border and do away with it. We ought to just welcome Canada into the United States and say you're all Americans. You know, that's really what you should do, because you can't tell the difference. And I don't know if that'd be good or bad for him. I would think it'd be a better thing for him, but in some ways maybe not. But anyhow, I thought I shut that thing off. But then he's going to build the infrastructure of this country. He's going to start the steel manufacturing up. We're going to need it for all the infrastructure, for the factories, concrete, you know, I mean the trades. You're a young guy out there, get into the trades now, because I'll tell you what, it's going to boom, and you're going to be making six figures. I mean, in my opinion, that's what's going to happen. You guys are going to be making six figures out there in the trades. Why go to college and spend six figures and owe six figures when you can be earning it as they teach you? It sounds like a no-brainer to me. So, yeah, he's going to build the infrastructure of this country. We're going to have manufacturing. We're going to make the chips right here, the whole 9 yards, you know, which is going to help Taiwan, the mainland of Taiwan, because a lot of this money, some of that money will be going back to Taiwan. And the factories will be safe here, for the most part. He'll work out a deal with Putin and Ukraine. He'll work out a deal with a lot of people. I mean, he can do that. But like I'm saying, is the stock markets going to take off? Your 401s are going to take off even more. Everything's going to it's going to get better under Trump. Okay? Here's a guy that's going to dump money. And I mean, when I say money, he's investing in this country. See, this is something that hasn't happened in decades and decades and decades. They've been sending factories overseas for decades, paying factories to leave this country, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And the incentives aren't here. Trump's going to change all that. It's like, basically, you want to sell in America, you got to make it in America. Oh, China, yeah, you can't do that anymore. You're going to be paying, you're going to be paying us to bring this stuff in. We're going to hit you with some tariffs and so on, like it should be. American corporations, well, you get your ass back here, because if not, we're going to tax the shit out of you. So there'll be incentives for them to come back here and pay a good wage on top of that. So when you're paying in a good wage, is that going to cause inflation? No, not really. Because you're going to be making the stuff here. You're going to have people making the money. Gold prices will go up. Energy prices are down. Yeah. People will be able to survive. Government will have more money coming in because we're charging other countries. You want to bring it in there, fine. But you're paying tariffs on it. You want energy? Great, wonderful. You're going to pay for it. NATO, you want us to be here and help? You got to pay us. See, we're going to start bringing in instead of pushing and shoving out all the time and just giving away. And a lot of these people in this country now, like I said, that are illegals, will want to go back home. I mean, think about it. If you were thousands of miles away from home, didn't speak the language, and you're living in some whatever, trying to find a job, whatever, don't speak the language. It's like, but you can go home and make this much or more. Oh, I want to go home. You know, I mean, I was born there. I want to go home. If that's where most of my family is, so on and so forth. So yeah, a lot of these people want to leave. He's not like he's going to have to round a bunch of them up. They're going to want to go voluntarily. And there's a lot more he can do. Okay? A lot more he can do. I don't know why I didn't put that Judge Napolitano on the Supreme Court. There's a guy I honestly think could be, he should make him the Chief Justice. I mean, the guy's pro Constitution, pro America. You know, a lot of the stuff that they have on the books is just be like, it conflicts with it. It's not a law. That's what needs to start happening. I mean, this split decision crap is just that crap. It either conflicts with the Constitution or it doesn't. It's either all 9 or 4 or all 9 or against. You should all be on the same page. It shouldn't have to do with political parties and ideologies and this and that stuff. It has to do with, yes, this conflicts, or no, it does not. All the other shit in between is just that, people. Shit. We have a great form of government. If we would just use it and get back to it. And we start putting God first. You know, Mr. Trump, President Trump, whatever, Donald, I mean, I don't know what to call him, you know, I mean, but I'll tell you what. Here's a guy. You don't think after what happened he ain't thinking hard about that? Yeah, he is. Don't be surprised if the 10 Commandments are put back in courtrooms. Yeah. Don't be surprised if they ain't put in schools. And you're saying the Pledge of Allegiance every single day. So on and so forth. You know how they used to sign off on channels with the Pledge of Allegiance and the Star Spangled, you know, and this, they used to sign off that way. Don't be surprised if the state of, well, a lot of his speeches and other speeches and stuff start off with the Pledge of Allegiance, first and foremost. Instead of sticking a camera in his face or a microphone, it's like, no, we got a way to start this off. We got a protocol now. Okay? We thank God. We thank God. Okay? And we pledge allegiance to our country. Our oath of office. And if you ain't in it, you're out of it. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't want to uphold your oath to the country, to the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights, you're out. Congressman, you're out. Governor, you're out. Anyway, you're out. Judge, you're out. You will uphold your oath that you swore to take to God Almighty and to defend this country. If you don't, you're out. Don't be surprised that don't start happening. He'll and the people will be behind him on it. Oh, you got some lunatics out there. I don't even understand. It's hard for me to understand these people. They don't even know. They're that crazy. We'll do a whole other thing on that later. But in the short term, you're going to have a great time. Short term, it's going to be awesome. he'll put some damn good people, fine people in office. This time, his eyes are wide open. He's wide open. He understands. He gets it. Before, he's a little naive. This time around, he ain't going to be naive. The people that come in and come against him, they better watch out. I don't think he's going to play with them. Chucky and Nancy and a whole bunch of others out there that want to play their lying, cheating games and be dishonest and so on and so forth. I think he's going to look at them and say, go after them. You got it, your case against them. Do it. They ain't going to like what happens, man. They're going to probably want to leave this country. And they should. They've been destroying it long enough. I think he's going to level the playing field somewhat, is what I'm getting at. And the elitists are not going to like him. Not one bit. They don't like him now. But I think he's got enough friends, too, that are standing back looking around going, you know, this is getting crazy. Things are getting out of hand. We can't be printing them because the dollar, they're all invested in the dollar. They're all invested in the markets. And when the shit really starts hitting the fan, they're going to start losing a lot of wealth. You see, these people like him, they have a lot to lose. See, they're not the 1%. They're not the people that are actually pulling the strings. But him and a few others can sure put a big hurt on them. He can put a big hurt on them. And then he can get a few other people on his side to go along with it. And I think Putin's one of them. I think Putin would go along with it and say, yeah, he doesn't have any of this World Bank crap. He doesn't have this in his country. He doesn't want them in his country. And I think he could get Putin on his side. And I think you get Putin on his side, you got a few other people on the side too. And all of a sudden, you got someone that's honorable in office, that tells the truth, fair shooter. And I think the rest of the world, Dubai and Saudi Arabia and the rest of them will look at him, and I think on a handshake they'll go, yep, we're with you. We're with you. That's what I'm talking about, leadership. We don't have any right now. Oh yeah, they're leading themselves right into the darn, pockets of everybody. They're robbing you blind. So folks, keep praying for Mr. Trump and his family. And pray for the Secret Service that they get their head out of their ass and do the right thing. This man needs our prayers. Oh, there's more I can say, but man, this is getting long already. So I think you understand where I'm coming from. And I'll put it this way. If you don't like Trump, you're not thinking for yourself. You're easily swayed. You're easily brainwashed. So, think about your motives. I don't hate Trump, Biden. I don't hate him. I feel sorry for the man. I mean, I think the man, I've told you in the other videos, I don't hate Nancy Pelosi or Chuck Schumer or any of them. I don't want to see anything bad happen to them. I would just hope someday that something comes over them. God comes in some way, shape, or form into their life through your prayers and that all of a sudden one day they just have this epiphany. And all of a sudden when they start doing things like, can we trust you? You've been doing this rotten crap for so long, but can we trust you? It's going to be, I don't know. I mean, they'll probably let them in a little bit at a time, and someday, we all answer. You will not have a choice. You will answer for everything that you've ever done in your entire life. You will answer. You don't have a choice. You can't lie. Can't wiggle out. Nothing. I mean, you have no choice. Follow God's laws. Man's laws are a lot of bullshit. They cause division and strife and a whole bunch of other stuff. Follow God's laws. And treat thy neighbor as thyself. Put God as number one in your life, not the government. Government will come along because you are the government. You allow them. You see what I'm saying? And God allows you. By the grace of God go I. Not the government, not the elitists, nothing. They don't matter. They're gone. Anyways, folks, y'all take care.